The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him make an eye like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I. In the presence of our enemy, them who anointed I head with no oil. The cup runneth over. Surely, goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, can my way go mabe. How my house of Bolisa. I don't know what it was clear for. Jack Matabeda view. Monye kuo. Agbena heavy. Agbena heavy. Agbena heavy. Magba fumato. Akpe. Ma usobo lisa akpe sia. Akpe kaka. Awatanu mo e. Oyi waladong. Oyi waladong. Oyi waladong. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral, because we are not. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, and we subject these ideas to some forensic, crucial scrutiny. Yes, scrutiny. Right after which we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. And we are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. You can also find us on Instagram, there on X, formerly called Twitter. You can also find us. We are also on TikTok, where we keep ticking and talking with the crucial hands of patriotism. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. And today, we have a number of issues to look at. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I must apologize for the late start of the show, my brother, my sister. We were working behind the scenes, oh, Lord. And at the end of it all, you will see how much work has gone into it. We appreciate you joining us. We never take you for granted. Your time is very important to us. We're going to run with the speed of lightning so we can make up for the lost time. I do apologize one more time. Come here, if you are ready for today's show. Now, my brother, my sister, today we have three very important issues to look at. And we're going to go into them headlong. In the interim, please subscribe to the channel and hit also on the notification button so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Recommend us to family and friends. At the same time, share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this. If you are ready, let's get ready to rumble. Story number 1. Watch this. How Mahama tried to protect Samini, but failed. He was born in December 1981. Emmanuel Alidu Andrew Samini was the name that his parents gave to him. His parents came all the way from the upper west region of Ghana. He is the Gati by ethnicity. He did so much for Ghanaian dancehall and reggae music. In fact, the history of Ghana's reggae and dancehall will never be completed if this guy's name is not mentioned in there. In fact, I am full of respect for this personality. There was a time, if his voice was not on any record from Ghana, it never was a hit. One simple boy right inside that track automatically made it a hit. He enjoyed fame. In fact, as for money, I am not too sure about that, because in the days, it was more about the passion, more about the energy, and he sang in his music called The Music. He said, I will never stop singing until I reach the Grammy. And even the Grammy, I will keep singing as long as there are people to listen. The music makes the music man survive. At a point, he took a break from music and went to Gimpa to get the educational accolades, academia. And over there, he was so well known. And when he returned, he tried to pick back his diadem that he had left behind as the guy who made dancehall so attractive in this nation. Of course, many other people had gone into the genre. We can talk about the great Root Eye. Or we can go deeper and even talk about many other people, my brother, my sister. Oh, yes. But when it came to Emmanuel Alidu Andrew Samini, a student of Sonny Bali, oh Lord, he was the ish. He had the power on stage, the energy, the voice, and at the same time, he also had the lyrics. Released by Ashanti Records International. Oh, he hit the ground running. In no time, he started to spot dreadlocks, and that pushed him closer to reggae and Rastafari. Oh Lord. At a point, he even wore a turban like mine. And that pushed him straight into royalty. This is Emmanuel Alidu Andrew Samini. Hey, now, Ghana music was totally controlled by this guy. Amongst the youth, he was the guy everybody went to. And everybody wanted a collaboration with him. He signed very heavy, sumptuous meals in terms of contracts with a lot of corporate bodies. MTN was at his beck and call. Oh, yes. So many of such deals he signed. And he was the guy every Rasta man was proud of right here in Ghana and beyond. He played a lot of international shows. He was a gentleman who never flopped. And then, interestingly, he granted an interview to Joy News. And in that interview, he said something that made all of us doff our hearts for him. Emmanuel Alidu Andrew Samini. He spoke with wisdom. Oh, he hit the nail right on the head. He was asked, what do you think about celebrities endorsing politicians? And in the comfort of my home, I remember that day clearly, like yesterday. I started to heave a lot of smiles. This was what he told Joy News at the time. 2016 was when this interview was recorded. Watch this.
You have any politics? A lot of entertainers have come out publicly to endorse one. What do you make of entertainers in politics?
I think personally, my take is I don't think it's too healthy to do that as a people's person, because you represent the masses and you have various political affiliations listening to your music at the same time without any political intentions. So you appeal to a broader audience at a go. So when you take sides in serious issues like this, issues concerning serious decision making for the country's welfare, and you take sides and just maybe you happen to offend a huge fan by that move, it goes a long way to affect your career going forward. And then also, when you take sides like that and you live in a neighborhood where you have other people with the opposition, during an election year when things get heated, just know that your house is a target as an entertainer. Know that everything you're doing, you're a target from anybody from the opposition. Because guess what? If a political party's flag bearer is preaching a certain philosophy or is talking about something in his manifesto that's not necessarily the truth, and you happen to be an entertainer and a people's person in the position that you're supposed to be speaking the truth for the people and representing the people, find yourself endorsing this flag bearer and whatever dream that he's preaching, you're now helping him to lie to the people. And eventually, if that promise doesn't come to pass, you are the people that helped him tell the people that he was going to build a castle in the air, and it never happened. So now you're going to look like
Emmanuel Ali do Andrew Samini, exuding a lot of intelligence. He made it clear, I am not a man who is ready to endorse any politician. First and foremost, if the politician is lying, I am helping him to lie. Two, a lot of my fans cut across all these political parties. Should I take sides? It means that I'm cutting out a lot of my fans. And finally, after an election, if there is a target from the opposition, you would certainly be one of those. He made it clear. He knew all the consequences. He knew all the consequences of going political. My brother, my sister, many were shocked when Emmanuel Ali do Andrew Samini, aka Samini, all of a sudden jumped ships. Right from neutrality, in quotes, all the way into partisanship. In fact, he went to be part of the NPP's campaign. And according to him, he was not a card-bearing member of the NPP. He only liked the free SHS and some other policies Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was pushing, and decided that he would endorse the president and the party. My brother, my sister, that was what Samini said. On some of the political platforms, when he tried to hold the hand of Nana Addo, party members disrespected him so much. They didn't see his endorsement as even worth it. They hit his hand. And all these things went viral. And many people were beginning to wonder why a great guy like Emmanuel Ali do Andrew Samini, aka Samini, would endorse any politician, especially in the country called Ghana. But he granted another interview. Yes, and this time round, he tried to explain why he endorsed Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And beyond that, he was asked again, how about your fans? Do you worry about those fans who will leave you? Let's listen to the new answer he gave. But remember, the first answer he gave was that, should you take sides, Fans who belong to the other side would decide to target you and to even cut you off as somebody who they see as their hero. Watch this, my brother. It is deep. Watch it very carefully as he speaks. Look at the examples that he gives in there about some artists who endorse politicians and their careers are still going on. When did Samini start to change his mind about the initial thought? In 2016, when he said a musician or a creative person like him should not necessarily endorse any political party. I need us to watch this video very, very carefully. And right after that, my brother, my sister, we have more on this issue. This is Emmanuel Alidu Andrew Samini, born in December. This is a December born dancehall artist. Listen to him talk. Watch this.
And there were a few people who asked that, of course, we know your stint with politics. You are an MPP member, I should say. Are you or you are not?
I am not a card-bearing member.
Oh, you're not a card, but
I
you
am
tilt
an
more
admirer
towards...
of Nana Akufo-Addo's policies.
Oh.
That is what drew me to laud his policies and the fact that it would only make sense for him to continue from where he had reached rather than swap places.
I see.
So
that's why we saw you in that
exactly.
circle.
That was for the second round, right? The second time after 4 years.
Yeah.
So to a logical person who's looking at the policies and the fact that I had free education up north as against when I used to pay for people's fees. And then I had other things that were promised, things like one district, one dam, one district, one factory, and all of these things, to which I had hopes that thousands of people up north would get employment to work both day and night. And, you know, the city, the rural areas will be vibrant. So all of these things drew me as a fan of Nana Akufo-Addo's policies, not necessarily NPP as a party. I'm not really an active party member like that.
You got a lot of flack for supporting him. Because
I think I must say I appreciate how I was treated as against what I was made to believe before I actually even stuck my neck out to.
What do you mean by that?
Because as against stereotypes, people thought my career would be on the line. My music, my creative achievements and everything would be on the line. But I must say I'm grateful to my fans. I'm grateful to my my maker. I'm still here, still functioning. 2023, there's nobody from my era that can speak to you on this platform like I am.
So it didn't affect your career in any way?
At all.
You don't think that you lost fans?
Let me tell you how I don't think it affected my career. Honorable Sam George is a good friend. Not like a personal friend, but he's a fan from afar. Him and his wife are both fans.
Okay.
Their wedding anniversary, their favorite song was My Own. And they sang it word for word. If he was a politician who wasn't above the ordinary, who didn't understand the intelligence in that space, he would have been petty and gone like, because this man lauded my opponent's policies, I don't like him anymore. I want a different song.
Yeah.
But if my approach or my step didn't make me lose a fan like Sam George, then I think I have a few Sam Georges in the mix.
But I mean, you also have to admit that whether you like it or not, there were some people who also took it very personal.
If you stop liking my music because of my political affiliation, you never liked my music.
If you ever stop loving my music because of my political affiliation, then you didn't even belong to that space of calling yourself a fan. You didn't like my music in the first place. Now, it is interesting the way Samini moves from how people will come after you after the election, how your fans will be offended should you take sides. And after a few years, 4 years later, the whole mind has changed. And he's telling himself that, oh, you know what? There are people in the space who endorse political artists and it didn't spoil their career in any way. Therefore, I don't think that it will spoil my career. Oh, Lord. Now, my brother, he said, if you stop loving my music because of my political affiliation, then you never was a fan or a lover of my music in the first place. My brother, my sister, can I tell you something? People can disengage from you without necessarily saying that they are no longer your fans. Yes. They can still love Samini's music, but because of what Samini has done, they have disengaged. They are not supporting him anymore. They still love the music, but they don't love the personality anymore. They are two different things. That is why in America, when an artist or a public figure does something crucially wrong, a lot of people decide not to support the artist. They don't go to his concerts. They do not buy his music anymore. It's not because they are not fans anymore, but because they are taking an active role in disciplining the artist. Correct? So when you come out and say, oh, yes, those people who say I am no longer their artist were in the first place never fans of Samini. That is wrong. That is wrong. Now, he mentions people like Sam George. He's a politician. He can play in the political space. John Dumelo, since he jumped into the political scene, how many movies has he made? He has taken sides. He's an active politician. Today, if he goes back to make a movie, I am wondering how many people on the other side would go see him. You see, as a musician, in fact, you are actually like God. Yes, you are like God. You are talking to people. They believe that they will all have your ears. The moment you start taking sides, one chunk of that will no longer see you as that God. They will see you as biased. They will see you as somebody who has taken sides. And for that matter, much as they love your music, they love your creative piece, they can reprogram themselves not to like it. Reprogram themselves to say, no, whoever says that since they took sides politically, it hasn't affected them, they are lying to themselves. And Samini knows that he's not being truthful to himself. It has affected Samini a lot. Let's be frank. How many people see Samini making music or performing and they start to remind him of his affiliation with a dead, dirty, irresponsible party that was in power for 8 solid years? Yes, I do agree that, yes, when a politician comes out and you like their policies, let's even say if you go overboard and try to endorse them, my brother, endorse them in your own style. What does it mean to say your own style? Mahama is doing a lot of things. I am endorsing him. I'm saying a lot of good things about Mahama. Have they put me on an NDC poster to say Blakk Rasta endorses NDC? Or Blakk Rasta endorses why, like that, and they make it official and have a party about that? That is the difference. Is Samini saying he didn't get paid for endorsing Nana Addo? That will be a lie. As long as politicians give you money and you take that, is a way of buying your endorsement. Even if you go on their political platform and perform the same way Samini said in 2016 that you are helping them tell the lie and spread the lie using your brand and your fan base. Has Samini apologized to the millions of fans that he has for the lies Nana Addo used him to tell? That's the question we are asking. Don't let us be too smart about some issues. I come from the age where Samini was all over the place. We have a collaboration together on my biggest song, according to the fans, Barack Obama. The song was big out there already. When Samini came on it, he took it to another level. My brother, my sister, can that thing still be said about Samini? After the endorsement? Let's be frank. Political endorsements like that, especially where the party decides to hop you from one state to the other, where money changes hands. Remember, I didn't say exchange hands. Where money changes hands. That is proper grammar. My brother, my sister, then that is where the problem is. Some people ask me about Barack Obama. I'm Blakk Rasta endorse Barack Obama. It's not about me. Even if it was, let me tell you something. I supported Barack as a black man who was coming into power at the time. Because me, I am a man who is a Pan-Africanist, and everybody knows that. Everyone who loves my music is supposed to be knowledgeable to that level of Pan-Africanism. So if I move on the way of Pan-Africanism and you are disappointed, then it means that you didn't know who you were supporting. And I am not sad to lose you. Because my music is all about Pan-Africanism. If Samini was singing about NPP, politics and all that, and he had gone in to support NPP, nobody would be disappointed. You understand? Me, I'm a Pan-Africanist. I talk about Pan-Africanism, patriotism and all that. So if there is somebody who comes and is exuding Pan-Africanism and patriotism, and I support that person first and foremost, nobody is going to be disappointed. 2, was there any exchange of money? Certainly not. These are 2 different jurisdictions. He's in America. I am in Ghana. He never gave me a dime. I never went on any campaign platform with Barack Obama or for Barack Obama. But we made the music and it became big. So that is the difference. So if Samini says it didn't affect him, I don't know what political talk that is. But where I sit and what I know, I am sure that this has affected him. Seriously. Because in fact, it made me withdraw from pushing his music until recently. Because it made me feel like, oh, this is a brother that I share the same idea with. He's okay if he shifts to another level of the ideas. But am I ready to shift there with him? If I am not, then I remain where I am and let him go. You understand? But I told myself again, you know what? This brother here is a brother first and foremost. And everybody makes a mistake. Last point I want to make on this. Samini said that, hey, if a politician that you endorse starts telling lies, and you endorse such a politician, you are helping him spread the lies. We all know Nana Addo and Bawumia were the worst liars in the history of Ghanaian politics. Have we heard Samini come out once to say, my fans, I am sorry that I endorsed these idiots. And for that matter, I am sorry. Please, Bawumia has lied more than Satan. Bawumia is the grandson of Satan. He has lied. Listen, the Bible says that a liar does not have any favor with God. The Quran even says worse, that the liar will never go to heaven. The liar is a son of Satan, according to the Quran. If Bawumia went around lying, until Satan himself crowned him king of lies, and you went round to endorse him, I expect that you will come out again and apologize to the good people of Ghana. And if you want to avoid this, you shouldn't endorse any political party. My brother, my sister, this is the same thing John Dramani Mahama, then in opposition, said to Bolare when they had an interview on Star FM. This was what John Dramani Mahama said. Then in opposition, 2020 thereabouts, when the campaign was on, everybody was running helter-skelter, right? Musicians were looking for deals from the politicians. COVID had hit us along the line, and musicians were broke. It was time to go get from politicians. This was what John Dramani Mahama told Bolare when he inquired why he wasn't using celebrities on his campaign trail. Watch this.
Well, musicians would make music for you and all that, but it doesn't really amount to an endorsement. That's we don't understand some of these things. In Ghana, when a musician makes music for you or for a political party, then he comes against quite a lot of antipathy from the supporters of the other party, and that shouldn't be the case, but unfortunately that is what happens. And so in this particular campaign, I have tried to discourage as much as possible getting celebrities involved in our campaign, because it leads to a distraction of their careers, And so, if you notice, I haven't gone around with, celebrities and musicians and so on and so forth, because our politics does not understand those things. And so, I don't have any antipathy or anger with anybody who endorses Nanado. That's their decision.
So no hard feelings for Sarkodie and Samini for endorsing Nanado?
Oh, I like them. They are young, talented musicians, and my attitude towards them doesn't change. I mean, Samini has been somebody that I like. I mean, his music, Linda and all that. I mean, we all love those music. And so if he's endorsed Nanado, he must have his reasons for doing that. It doesn't change my attitude towards him. But I've said that I won't, get musicians and celebrities deeply involved in my campaign, because I don't want to affect their careers. People will misinterpret it and think that because they support you, I won't buy their music. Because they support you, I won't watch their movies.
This is a president who cares about the people. Yes, he wants to win the elections, but he doesn't want to destroy anybody's career. I do understand. In some jurisdictions, it is all right. In America, people take sides and do their own things. But the fans too have the right to take sides. They decide whether to support you or not, because of a decision you have taken. If you are ready for that, then go on that tangent. It's simple. There was a time Samini released a certain song. I've forgotten the title. But in it, he said, "Mi bini broni." That's what he said in the song. And when I heard it, I think it's my own, right? My own. I love the song. But when he got to that line, I decided to call his manager then, Tony Pan, not knowing they are split by the time that I had called him. And I told him, this song, I like it so much. I would like to play it. And I've always been a supporter of Samini from that time till now, and still doing it. My brother, I can't play this song that says "Mi bini broni." My black man who is a white woman, because amongst the Akans, not only the Akans, a lot of ethnic groups in Ghana and beyond, everything nice is white. When you give birth to a baby who is so beautiful, they call the baby "Mi broni," my white child. It's so nauseating. Musicians should talk against this. When I heard it in Samini's music, I was shocked. So I called the manager and said, "Can you give me a radio edit of this? The same way we edit things and remove vulgarity, and give me this so I can run with it." He said, "Oh, we like it like that." But later I was told that they are split apart, and he didn't tell me. My brother, from that time till now, I don't play that song till I have a radio edit. Sam George might like it. Maybe he doesn't care about "Mi bini broni," but I care. You understand? There are things that artists do. Much as you love them, you are forced to pull back, true or false. Now, if you have an artist that you respect so much, all of a sudden you realize that it's a part of an armed robbery gang. My brother, how many of you are still going to love that artist? If you have an artist who is a rapist, certified rapist, after you've loved this artist, what do? You still continue to support them and all that? My brother, my sister, people have changed their minds depending on what happened. So Samini right now is a known fact. It has affected his career, and it's not alone. All the other people who supported politicians in our country, they have all suffered in one way or the other. From Wuta, Reggie Zippy. We all remember the man that is now in eternity, Joel Aka. This is Reggie Zippy. He also went on the campaign trail. This man made a whole song for the NDC, Joel Aka. He died a poor man. How many people wanted to book him for any concert because of the political affiliation? Okay? Our people are at a certain level where marriages can even break because of political affiliations, true or false, let alone a musician. Our country is still here. We can break apart because of religious affiliations. Okay? That is why a musician, unless the gospel ones, should not always come out and say, oh, me, I'm a Christian. Me, I'm a Muslim. Me, I'm a this. Unless you are ready to go by the consequences. You are a man of everybody. Some of these things are personal. Look at Ampon. When was the last time Ampon was booked for even a performance in the church? He also endorsed political parties. Kwabna is still struggling with the whole thing. How about the other guy, Lucky Mensah? He made a song for the NDC at Tamils. He came into power. And he was expecting that he would have been called to be given some goodies. He wasn't called. He made a counter song dissing at Tamils. Do we all remember? Do we or do we not remember? Where is the brother now? All these people have made, including Sarkodie and all of them. In one way or the other, they have suffered coming too much into contact with partisan politics. If that is your brand, fine. If it was A+, he wouldn't have a problem. Because all his music was about politics. A+, Ajigong, Miss Ronsuo. You know, all those songs, he made his mind right from the start that this was what he wanted to do. So we were not surprised when A+ finally decided to don his real garments of politics. That guy, Lenny Atadi, who sang that beautiful gospel song, you know, what happened finally? He changed the lyrics of that song that was glorifying God and he gave it to a politician. The church shut the gates on him. We can mention a million of them. Look at my very good friend, Mr. Beautiful. You know what Mr. Beautiful told me? As for his acting career, there he's finished. Because he has decided to go political. So we can't pretend that we went political and then things are still going on fine for us. Let's keep tickling ourselves and laugh. I would have been so ashamed if I had endorsed Nana Addo or Bawumia. I would have been so ashamed for the 8 years of treachery they took us through. The 8 years of irresponsible life that they took us through. The 8 years of foolishness that they took us through. Today, I look at some of the things that these two crooks did. Nana Addo and his boy, Bawumia, did. And I can't believe that Bawumia wants to stand elections again. Are we so short-circuited? The humiliation Samini even went through, standing on stage with this guy. And his hands have been... I looked at it and said, this is my legend. What happened? It hurt me so much. It's not every money you must eat. It will not be every money where you for chop. There are some monies, they will become hooks and pull out your throat. I'm telling you, brethren. Well, Mahama granted an interview in December 2020. He lost that election as well. And this Samini issue was so much in his heart. He spoke to Kofi TV. Listen to what he said. Watch this.
Junto and I say, we are a celebrity and an artist and a BB. Now who appear on the platform of a political party. Yeah, omu needs our party now. They take it very personal. It me affected our career. Ne ade share and say Samini mko endorse Nanado. I mean, you could see say a bit more amped what you're saying. This year me take a conscious decision. Say I didn't person me.
They protect it. Celebrities.
Yes. Me feel say almost neutral out of our politics, and it's better for their careers. What they're saying. But a bit more, they want to express more love for a particular political party. He doesn't really care. But me a conscious decision say me ma artist and obia embe involved. The only person or performing for us, any young boy about to mama farmer because what to political party song. And I'm Savannah region I'm inviting and say be performing Mahama, and it just happens that I was there, to conduct a mini rally. And he's the only person who has actually said, "Wa buy a platform." So I bet Tonjo but me a deliberate, conscious effort say to protect the careers of, artists and celebrities, me involve you more in your campaign.
Okay.
Sagbang. Nasi featured. When NDC was out of power, I spoke with Nasi. He told me how much he suffered. And he was suffering because he had taken sides. It's clear. Nasi told me point blank, right at our radio station, he even granted an interview to Caleb Neboy and told Caleb how he suffered because of Segbring. Mahama knew that this would destroy the careers of the youth. And if he truly was looking for employment for his boys, he shouldn't start by destroying their careers. That's what he did. You heard Mahama speak with Kofi TV. Kofi Amwanyi, he told him point blank that he deliberately decided not to allow musicians to perform on this platform because he didn't want their careers to be spoiled. He's not against musicians endorsing parties. But in our country, which is a whole different jurisdiction, this thing is frowned upon. Same way homosexuality is praised over there, and here we frown on that. So you have to look at the jurisdiction, and then you make your decisions. There's not one artist who has endorsed a politician in Ghana today who can stand up and say it didn't affect me. It's a lie. It's a lie, absolutely. Especially a reggae dancehall artist. And they like to compare. America is happening. Oh, Jamaica is happening. And all that. This is Ghana. I'm glad. Samini is coming back strongly. I love him. In fact, his music is great. I will always support his music. But to be very honest with you, when he went in support of Nana Addo, I pulled back. Because I felt that it was a betrayal. You had given us an interview in which you said you would never do it. And all of a sudden, you went into it. Then come back and tell us why you changed your mind. No, you didn't. You expect us to be able to, eat into it and understand what is in your mind. And after these guys misbehaved and destroyed our nation, you have not come back again to offer us an apology. There was one of them who came out, an actor, who came out to apologize in one way, that he expected that they would have done better, but they messed up. So he was apologizing. In our country, do we normally do that? Well, we can pretend as much as we want, tickle ourselves and laugh, play the ostrich, But the reality is staring us right in the face. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Blakk Pot, Kukushodemo.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. And my name Blakk RASTA. Yes, we've gone international. Tesori is right here. Thank you so much, Tesori. We appreciate you and we love you. Oh my God. Now, if you truly want to feel fresh and good the whole day, even under the hot Accra sun, the hot Tamale sun, the hot Ghana sun, the hot African sun, Tesori shower gel is the answer. Now, the freshness is very different. Oh, yes. And it's not just in the bedroom. It is also outside. I'm talking about Tesori. Now, Daddy Ash Limited is the proud distributor of Tesori shower gel. Now, remember, you want to have the confidence. You want to have the freshness. You want to feel and look different. Not just in the bathroom. When you come out, you still feel good and nice and heavy. People would ask you what you're using. Don't tell them your secret. Yes, it's Tesori. It stays with you for hours the whole day, even under the hot sun. And it keeps your skin clean. Oh yes, clean skin. Rich fragrance. Yes, the fragrance is excellent. And we're talking about giving you the confidence, the quiet confidence, like a raging storm. Oh my God. All day you carry it along. Tesori shower gel is in all shops across Ghana, all supermarkets across Ghana. And please call this number right now if you want to deal with Tesori shower gel. Oh my God. Bulk purchases, enquiries, no problem at all. You call Daddy Ash on 0244 772 599. That's 0244 772 599. Tesori, prestigious royalty at heart. Well, this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit on the notification button so that you'll be part of this wonderful thing. And remember, call our numbers and do business with us. We love you. You know that, right? This is your international channel, the mouthpiece of the truth. This is the headquarters of the truth. Story number 2. Watch this. Why the OFORI-ATTA red notice deletion is good for Ghana. Now, who is OFORI-ATTA? He was finance minister of the republic here. My brother, my sister, very abysmal. All he was good for was loans. He borrowed left, right, and center with no common sense. And his data bank was enjoying commission after commission right after every loan, and yet the next loan, umpteen number of loans. And when the IMF decided that no, once you have come to us to help you deal with your economy, we must give you our whims and caprices. We are coming to Ghana to help you shaping your country back. They came to sit in our offices here, all the way from Switzerland and beyond, and forced us to give people haircuts. Some died. Those people we took money from in the form of bonds. When they came back to take their money, we told them to come 25 years' time. Some of them were already 92. Come back after 25 years. When you are 122, we will give you your money. Oh, what a wicked people. OFORI-ATTA. That was what they did. They destroyed the whole country. It was at the point of failure. You know when a country fails, everything goes haywire. The country, for the first time, was about to taste this bitter pill of greed and irresponsibility. After that, he ran out of the country. We are still finding a way to bring him back. Now, the OSP, Office of the Special Prosecutor, headed by one Kissie Jabing, who studied his law in America, my brother, my sister, oh Lord, New York City, he decided to go after him. Many were those who said he was treating OFORI-ATTA with kids' gloves. Ghanaians pushed him on. Hey! And then the Attorney General realized that no, the way things were going, he had to save face. He went back door to try and get OFORI-ATTA extradited to this country. As we speak right now, he's in detention. Very uncomfortable. When I checked on him today, my brother, my sister, oh Lord, he has lost weight. He's eating what he doesn't want to eat. He's sleeping where he doesn't want to sleep. And he looks around and wants to believe that this is just a nightmare. He would wake up from it. Can I tell you something more? Now, a couple of days ago, his lawyers were so happy. They were jubilating all over the place. So excited. This is a man who has a lot of our money with him. The money he got from Data Bank in the name of commission. Taking loans for the nation like somebody who had gone crackers. This one is signed by Justice Kusi Menka Premo. Now, brother, and look at it. Menka Premo, Osai Bonsu, Bruce, Kathleen, and partners. Red notice against OFORI-ATTA deleted permanently. Listen. Permanently. Interpol does not endorse political persecution. Can you feel the verbiage in this? I didn't say garbage. If you want to use that, use it. But I'm saying the verbiage. Can you feel it? The energy in this? They are happy that the thing has been deleted permanently. Underline that. And that they are trying to slap you in the face that no political persecution would be entertained by Interpol. My brother, my sister, what happened? And when you read it, they are just celebrating Christmas long after Christmas, enjoying and dancing arm in tango. Maybe they are doing ballerina. This is supposed to be a group of lawyers paid by their paymaster, the man who has run out of the country and not willing to return because he fears political persecution. Yet his uncle, the president himself, is here and walking around and nobody is touching him. What a joke. Gabi is walking around. They are from the same hometown. Nobody is touching him. He's walking about freely. This is not a country that engages in political persecution. No, we have grown beyond that several trillions of years ago. Yet, in his own imaginary mind, in his own hallucinative mind, there are some ghosts in Ghana who are ready to persecute him politically. So he doesn't want to return to Ghana. Oh, sir. And then Interpol. You remember I told you about this? Interpol came to tell us, you know what? We have looked into the case a little bit, and there are signs of political undertones. Remember, I didn't use persecution. Undertones, political undertones and underpinnings. So, for that matter, we don't want to be engaged in any political brouhaha. We have decided that we will stay away from this, so we have deleted this guy here from the so-called red notice. Many Ghanaians don't know what a red notice is, but that's not a problem. That's why I'm here. Now, when you have a red notice, means you can't fly outside where you are. And he is in America. So he can't fly outside America. That is what the red notice is. Now, you only give a man a red notice when you know where he is. Now, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has told us time and again that the office knows exactly where Ken OFORI-ATTA was staying in America and pushed for the red notice. But political underpinnings, left, right, and center started coming in and all that. And we don't want to go back and talk about that anymore. And we warned you right on the show that as long as these ones go to the ears of the Americans through the lawyers of Ken OFORI-ATTA, we might be giving him another ace to want to stay unextradited to Ghana. For that matter, it happened. And they took off the red notice. Now Ken OFORI-ATTA can fly to any part of the world that he likes. But does that mean that the prosecution is over? No, he's still in detention. This may not even have an effect at all on the inner wranglings of his extradition. It may affect it, it may not affect it. Now, that is not where my excitement is. He's still in detention. His lawyers are still fighting to keep him from coming to his own homeland, which is a hell for him. But the office of the special prosecutor has issued a statement. What is the office of the special prosecutor saying? My brother, my sister, watch this. Interpol decision concerning red notice for Mr. Kenneth Nana Yaw OFORI-ATTA. Now, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, has received the decision of the Commission for the Control of Interpol's files concerning the red notice issued at Ghana's request for Mr. Kenneth Nana Yaw OFORI-ATTA. Now, the Commission directed the deletion of the notice under Interpol's rules on political neutrality and notice processing, citing contextual factors at the time of issuance, including polarized political statements from members of current and former administrations about the conduct of the investigation, as well as public controversy surrounding prosecutorial and extradition processes, including public acknowledgement by senior officials at the Ministry of Justice of an inability at the time to pursue extradition due to the early procedural stage of the case. It further noticed that the subsequent developments made the notice unnecessary as Mr. OFORI-ATTA's location was known. Cooperation with U.S. authorities was ongoing and extradition processes had already been initiated following his arrest in the United States on 6 January 2016. Summons issued, dash it away. Just brought forth. Back. Things we know already. Back. So what? After the red notice, what next? That's what Ghanaians want to hear. True? Yes, the red notice has been deleted. The lawyers are jubilating that they have won. OSP, that is your red notice that has been deleted. You are reminding us of the fact that the political scene was polarized. We hear you. So what is the next step? Have you given up to? We are not hearing that. We are only hearing grammar. But Iyoko is excited. I can tell you this. The Attorney General is excited. And this is where the news is. Come here! Kai. Iyoko is excited. Yes. Economic and Organized Crime Office is excited. Headed by Capo, the Tutti Capi, Raymond Archer. The Office of the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice. One Zuarungu boy, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine, is excited. Why are these two offices excited? Can I tell you? Can I tell you this? And remember where you heard it first. Watch this. This is going to give Ken OFORI-ATTA the chance to self-deport. There's nothing like self-extradite. To extradite is to remove by force. To deport can be voluntary. My brother, my sister, Ken OFORI-ATTA can now jump into a plane and fly back to Ghana on his own. Now he has other visas that are still valid. He can decide to fly to some other such country like England or Canada. But the thing is this. If Ken decides to self-deport, then it's easier. All he needs to do is to tell the court, you know what? I am ready to self-deport. And the American authorities will cancel every other issue around him going to court. Because I can tell you point blank, he's most uncomfortable where he is. Most uncomfortable. His family has been calling him. The former president, Akufo-Addo, has also been talking to him in one way or the other. Talking to him, sending messages to him. Why do you go through this humiliation? The Attorney General has promised that you will be given the fairest of all trials. We are in Ghana. We are not a bad nation. We would make sure that everything is okay. Or do you want the people to believe that you've done something wrong? And he keeps saying that he is not interested in returning. And he would only come at the right time. It looks like now, Ken OFORI-ATTA has the biggest opportunity, now that the red notice is taken out in deletion, to say that, you know what, I want to return home. Voluntarily, they would leave him, and he would find his way back to Ghana. But the danger is also there. He has visas that can take him to the UK. He has visas that can also take him all the way to the UK, Canada. Would he try to find a way, oh, I want to self-deport, and then he jumps on a plane and goes to England? Or jumps on a plane and goes to Canada? To make it even worse? But many people, pundits of the game, believe that Ken will not do that. Because even in England, Ghana has a bigger opportunity of extraditing him. Ghana has a cordial relationship with England and also with Canada. Ghana's passport is beginning to get brighter and bigger across the world. And many nations are now friends with Ghana. Would he risk yet another tirade of extradition fights and bouts? Or he would just listen to his uncle or cousin, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Gabi, and say that, you know what, Charlie, I will come back home. As it stands right now, the red notice has been deleted. But Iyoko is excited. Can I tell you why? Because Iyoko also has an interest in Ken OFORI-ATTA. Iyoko is also going to go after Ken OFORI-ATTA. Iyoko is only waiting patiently for OSP to finish whatever. After everything is done, Iyoko would also step in and deal with his own case, criminal cases. It looks like Ken OFORI-ATTA would have a long day in discomfort. Whatever it is, we thank all the authorities for working very hard, especially Iyoko, Office of the Attorney General, and also the OSP, putting together what is most needed to be able to give Ghana justice. As for Ken OFORI-ATTA, you are a disgrace, you, this guy. All the Bible you read was a mockery to God. You don't fear God. You are a wicked man. And all your family members should be bowing down their heads in shame. And none of them is able to talk to you to return you. What a shameful crook. Any which way. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey! Wayo! Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Blakk Pot, Kukusho.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Tesori Orient. Oh my God. Tesori Orient. My brother, my sister, will keep you fresh and nice. Yeah, man, give your skin that therapy, that forest therapy, and stay smooth and fresh. Oh my God. And smell confidently beautiful. the whole day. Oh my God. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Shodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Keep your comments coming in. We have a final story and we are about to crack it. Story number 3. Watch this. Pay cocoa farmers now. Mahama orders. Now, it's been a big problem in Ghana right now. Cocoa farmers have not been paid for their November supply. They were supposed to be paid some 3,600 Ghana cedis plus per a sack of cocoa, a bag of cocoa. And at the world market, prices had reduced. And they were finally supposed to be given 2,000 plus. And they have been crying and talking. Many, in fact, have even decided that they will go on the rampage, destroying their cocoa farms in anger and selling the land to galamseyers, illegal miners. Some have also said they will hit the road. Some have vowed, in fact, to discourage their siblings, their children, the next generation from doing anything cocoa. My brother, my sister, this is what is happening in Ghana right now. And we spoke with the CEO of the Cocoa Board, and he told us where the problem was. Remember, that happened on Friday. My brother, my sister, now who destroyed our cocoa in Ghana? You know who it is? It's called Mr. Boahin Edu, my former lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. This man was so incompetent. He didn't think about Ghana. He was not ready to see a better Ghana cocoa. He didn't want to see a better Ghana cocoa. The cocoa that allegedly came from Fernando Paul through Tetekwashi. According to Randy Abe, he continued to import jute bags, the sacks that cocoa are put in, cocoa beans are put in, over and over. He wouldn't wait to put them into use. He was just importing them. At the point, he didn't even have money to pay to clear the jute bags. They gave contracts as if they had gone crazy just to keep a good name. Contracts that they had no money to pay. And now they are out of power. And everything has landed on this new administration. They collateralized cocoa. You know what that means? We need this money. Give us a loan to do A, B, C, D. And then the one giving you the loan will ask you, in the event where you are not able to pay this, what do we do? Oh, come for our cocoa beans. My brother, my sister. And when these people were in power, they sold 70% of our cocoa up front. You know what that means? You produce the cocoa, you sell it right now at the cocoa price. So when it even goes out and prices rise, you will still have that amount of money you sold it for. Can I explain it better? If you sold it for 10 cedis now, and it goes over there, at the time they are receiving it, and prices even go up to about 20 cedis, you will still get 10 cedis. Of course, if it comes down to, you will still get the same amount of money. But with cocoa, Ghana cocoa is a hot product. Have we been able to market it and brand it as such? 70% of our cocoa was always going out like that. But when the NDC came into power, according to Kojo Nkrumah, they decided to turn it upside down. We will sell 30% forward trading. And then we'll keep the 70% here, awaiting higher prices. After all, cocoa is the best. And then we would now sell and make more money. In fact, Ghana has made billions of American dollars from our cocoa farmers and from our cocoa. We have no reason whatsoever to reduce their earnings. Ghana held back 70% and sold 30%. Now the global market prices for cocoa have come down. And Ghana is here saddled with 70%, so much cocoa. And if you have to sell now, you would have to get some small amount of money. You would have to subsidize that. You will run at a loss in order to satisfy the cocoa farmers. Cocoa farmers have to come up to a certain understanding with the government. So Mahama and his people sat down and had an emergency meeting, what you can comfortably call a crisis meeting. And they agreed that this would happen. Now the cocoa farmers are going to get full amount of money subsidized for all that they have supplied. But what they haven't supplied yet, because of market prices, global market prices, they will have the prices paid low. Is it understandable? Can I explain it better? Now the cocoa that was supplied, even though the price came down, we will still give you the amount that we promised you. But what you are yet to supply, we can't give you that amount because the global prices have gone down. So you decide whether to give to us or not. But of course, it's a policy in Ghana that they supply to us and not smuggle. My brother, this is where the story is. Can I say something? Much as President Mahama is trying to meet the farmers halfway, I am saying that it is most unfair to treat the farmers like this. What is the importance of the cocoa board? It is supposed to make policies. It is supposed to stand firm with the farmers in rain or in shine, be able to shield the farmers and protect the farmers. That is what insurance does. Insurance companies are not supposed to come and tell us, you know what? Because this year, there have been a lot of claims. A lot of accidents have happened. We have paid a lot of money. So because of this, the insurance we are supposed to pay you, we're supposed to give you 100,000, we'll give you 60,000. That is unheard of. How many people understand what I'm saying? Insurance companies are never supposed to go to the client that they are insuring with the excuse that so many people have come to claim that year. For that matter, they are going to reduce whatever it is for this client. No, sir. It is the duty of the government to protect the farmers. It is the duty of the republic, the cocoa board, in fact, to protect the farmers. Why would the CEO of cocoa board and all the people working at cocoa board be receiving salary, full salary, while cocoa farmers are giving haircuts? It doesn't make sense. And my brother, the sad thing is this. When prices go high, the farmers still receive the same. Under the NPP, when cocoa prices rose all the way to about 12,000, how much did the farmers get? Have we ever gone to the farmers to say, hey, we promised that we're going to give you 2, but prices have increased out there, so now we want to give you 4? No. So why should prices come down now? And now you want to reduce our earnings. It's the same thing as the insurance. I pay insurance all these years. I've never claimed anything, never in an accident. One accident, then you come and tell me that you want to give me a haircut. That means you are not being responsible. That's the truth. Cocoa farmers must receive their full monies. It is our duty to market the cocoa. Let us at least look at it for the next 2 years, up to the 3rd year, and see where the cocoa is going to go. I'm going to tell you one more thing. Watch this. It's like you're working with a company. Your salary is 2,000 Ghana cedis a month. Then the company comes to tell you, because of crisis, we are not making so much money anymore. We want to reduce your salary to 1,500 Ghana cedis. How would you feel? You're going to feel bad. The company has never come to tell you all these 30 years that you have worked with this company that, oh, we've made so much money this year. For that matter, your salary that is 2,000 Ghana cedis, we want to give you 5,000 now because we've made so much money. How many of you have heard that with your companies? But when calamities come, we are quick to give people haircuts. It is the duty of the Republic to protect the cocoa farmers. It is the duty as long as we have a cocoa board. That is your duty. Or else, please scrape off the cocoa board and allow the farmers to sell their own cocoa. If they want to take it to Côte d'Ivoire, let them go. If they want to go to Togo, let them go. If they want to find their own way of shipping their cocoa out there and selling, let them do that so that when they meet calamities, they know that firsthand, this is what we are going through. But don't come under the shroud of protecting them and insuring them. Then, after enjoying from them for so many years, 1 year is not bad and you want them to take the shock, yet your salaries are still intact. Who does that? Who does that? Randy should be the first person to come out and say, hey, I'm not taking my salary because of what cocoa farmers are going through. And I'm going to take responsibility for all these things, even though we all know that some other person messed up. Can I say something? Profligate spending. Profligate spending. Wanton, careless spending brought us this far. 8 years of sitting there, messing up the cocoa. Hey, they even gave contracts to Wuntumi and Akpalu to go and build cocoa routes. They pocketed the money allegedly. All these monies are being paid for by Randy's cocoa board. The collateralization of the cocoa is being sorted out. So it has brought the whole thing to its knees. Why didn't they do the forensic audit the moment they got into power? Immediately should have happened. So that we will start pointing accusing fingers. Again, what is going to happen to Mr. Boahene Edu? What is going to happen to him if he actually did not do the right thing and caused a lot of financial hemorrhage to the nation? Should he continue being in a cozy retirement, or he should be dragged to the courts like OFORI-ATTA is being chased? Why do we allow people to go free like that without really accounting for their misbehavior? Untumi, Akpalu, boyfriends and girlfriends of people in power were given contracts and they knew next to nothing about road contracts. And today, farmers have to suffer for your foolishness. Farmers have to suffer because of this. No. Let's start prosecuting people now. Brian Edu and his cocoa board people must be fingered out and sodomized in court. The law should sodomize them very terribly. so that we can have a better cocoa time. President Mahama was in Addis Ababa and he spoke about the cocoa. I would like you to listen to what President Mahama told the whole world about the cocoa in Ghana and what they are doing in Ghana to deal with the situation. And it's brilliant, absolutely. Watch this.
Africa's prosperity is not a threat to anybody in this world. Africa's prosperity will consolidate world prosperity, and it will be a positive for this world, not a threat. We have a crisis in our cocoa sector. We set a producer price for the farmer. At the time we set the price of cocoa on the international market was 7,200. We have a policy in Ghana where we give the farmer 70% of the world market price. The other 30% is used for administration, to supply fertilizers to the farmers, to provide scholarships for their children and all that kind of thing. The CD's value was 11.5 CDs to $1. After we set the producer price, the world market price has declined to 4,200. The CD has appreciated in value to 10.7 to the dollar. So suddenly it means that for every ton you buy at the producer price, you have a gap, and so we'll be losing. And so we held a crisis meeting, and we took decisions. And one of the major problems is that to buy cocoa from our own farmers, we rely on funding from outside. And you know what the collateral for the funding is, our own cocoa beans. So you have to collateralize the beans to the financier, buy the beans and just ship them, and they pay you the international market price. So one of the key decisions we've taken is that we're going to stop foreign funding for the purchase of our cocoa. We are going to raise domestic bonds. We have enough CDs in Ghana to pay for our cocoa. We're going to raise domestic bonds, buy our own cocoa. We don't need to collateralize the beans. We have the capacity to process 400,000 tons of those beans, processing capacity in Ghana. But because the beans are collateralized, we cannot even allocate those beans to the local processors. We have to ship all the beans outside. Now, if we buy the beans ourselves, we can take 400,000 tons out of the beans and give to our local processors to add value. That is what the Accra research is about. I say by 2030, there are not going to be any raw mineral ores leaving Ghana. You're not going to ship manganese ores out of Ghana raw. You're not going to ship bauxite ore out of Ghana raw. You're not going to ship iron ore out of Ghana raw. You must process all that locally. That is the only way we can provide opportunities for our young people.
John Dramani Mahama, he had a huge applause. Now we're going to buy our own cocoa instead of depending on foreigners to fund our cocoa farmers. We wait for foreigners to fund our cocoa. And when we ship the cocoa to them, the collateral is the same cocoa. So when prices come down, we are finished. My brother, my sister, the president said by 2030, nothing would leave Ghana in its raw form. Unfortunately, he won't be in power by 2030. No. He will get out of power, my brother, my sister, by what time? This is 2026. So by 2029, he should be getting ready to wind up. But he says that the amount of work he would do, just as his leaving office, Ghana would no longer ship anything out in its raw form. The ore, iron ore, whatever ore, manganese ore, bauxite ore, no. It will be produced. Mr. President, with all love and respect, I know it's a difficult decision. But may I just say this? I hate to say what I'm going to say. Forgive me. Me, I'm not a man who believes in threats when it comes to voting. But it is good to give the people that human face. Can I tell you something? It's difficult, but I want to say it. Mr. President, I hear the cocoa farmers who have been affected are up to about 1 million cocoa farmers. Imagine losing 1 million votes in an election. If each of the cocoa farmers has 5 children, and you know cocoa farmers, our farmers, they like to have children, 20, 30. Let's give them an average of 5 children. That is 5 million votes for them and their children. Again, I hate to make this kind of analysis. That is going to spell doom for us as a people. What the president is doing is magnanimous, magnificent. But because of some other people's profligate spending, careless spending, we have reached where we are. Why do you spend what you don't have? Mahama made a point. Now we are going to raise all the money in Ghana, but we have a bond problem. Remember OFORI-ATTA and his MPP under the Nado Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Baumia messed up the bond thing. How many Ghanaians will comfortably give you money as bonds? You know, when the government borrows from the people, it's called bonds. Yeah? You give the government money, and the government will give you interest after doing business with your money. In the banks, when you give them your money, they keep it, and then they give you interest. But when the government borrows from you directly, the government will give you interest higher than what the banks will give you after a period of time. That is what is known as a bond. How many Ghanaians have weaned themselves of the grief and the disappointment that they had in the last bond haircuts? Yes, Mahama is doing absolutely well. But how many people have recovered fully to be able to bring their money again and say, J? So the bond thing, yes, we have enough money in Ghana, but how many people will bring money? No matter what the answer is, the cocoa farmers do not deserve any haircuts. If we want to force the 28% or so cut on them, smuggling is going to take place. At least we don't care. We shouldn't only be friends with the farmer when everything is good, because we are fair weather friends by so doing. We must push them, pay them, sympathize with them, cut our own salaries too if we cannot do away with the salaries for now until a solution is found. Mr. President, God bless you. You are a great man. You think about Ghana, you think about everybody, and I'm so happy and I'm proud of you. You are my president. That's my way. And to the cocoa farmers, we want to say that we shall push to have your interests looked at so that we continue to have the golden pots. Diseases have destroyed a lot of cocoa farms. Galamsey has come to make us do away with a lot of the farms. Vagaries of the weather came in to destroy a lot of cocoa farms. That was why the prices went up to about 12,000. Yet we didn't come out to reward the cocoa farmers, except to wait until National Farmers Day. Then it's recently that they started to even give them cars. It used to be a tea kettle and a fan. Chief farmer. It might be an exaggeration, but my brother, my sister, it is what it is. Well, this is where it all comes to an end. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. And we have gone international because of you. Thank you so much. We love you. Continue to subscribe to the channel. Oh, recommend us to family and friends. And at the same time, if you have a story you need us to follow up on, this is the number to call. Pick up the numbers and give us a ding. We're ready to talk to you. If you have a business that you want to reach all four corners of the earth, please make sure that you call us. And to Tesori Orient, we want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. Oh my God. We love you. And in the coming days, you will see more products on the show, international branding. This is what we do here. Okay? Making sure we become the lifeline to your business's deadline. Okay? This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Show them all. And here we speak truth to power. Okay? Let's see your final comments. And we are done for the day. Send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. Okay? Patrick Nate says, our country or nothing. Kwame Kwashi says, come here. This is the Mecca of the truth. Dash it away. Says Blakk Rasta. May the spirit of our ancestors continue to protect you, the team, and all the patriots of truth who are gathered here. Maxwell Kokoko Komla says, Blakk Rasta, you are the epitome of journalism. Kwame Kwashi says, Black Empire Media, the ingredients, the spices, the Blakk Pot, and the chefs of truth are gathered here to cook the sumptuous dishes of truth for Ghana. Salute, patriotism. We love you. All right? More comments coming in. Oh, Lord. All right. We've read these comments, so we flip the page. So we look at the next comments. All right. And send them via YouTube. Let them come via Facebook as well. Neo Datemil says, good evening, Blakk. You are live in Finland. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. It's because of people like you we keep getting international contracts and, international visibility. We love you. All right. Thank you so much. Patawo says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. Agbovo Wisdom says, welcome, master. Enough respect to you. And Kwame Kwashi says, Blakk Rasta, did you ever look into the $2,000 plus being charged for Ghanaian citizenship to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora? Yes, I did. It's true. It's very true. I did. I went about it and I'm left with a little bit of the research to finish and we'll do a whole story on it. Yes, it's a sad thing. I don't agree with it. They try to give us some excuses and explanations, but we're going to bring you a full story. Okay? Thank you so much for bringing it up again. All right? We always follow up on anything you tell us to do. Yes? Your wish is our command. Isa Jesus says, good evening, Blakk Rasta and your team. We are always with you every evening because where the truth is, we are always here. May you and your team live long because you are doing a great job for your country, Ghana. Sir, we are proud of you, Blakk Rasta. K.O. Achiang says, Poyaka, Fuos Ovi Omoto. Says the great Blakk Rasta, I must salute you. Respect, patriotism. Okay? Kwame Kwashi says, Blakk Rasta, our country or nothing. Black Empire Media or no truth. Lillian Akosia Mediaku says, good. Jason Strats says, fire, ya, buya, 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 buya. Akosia Silla, Abena Silla, Mansa Silla. Lillian Akosia Bediako says, Ghanaians be blessed for these little things you do to support President JM and government. Thank you. Or say, Prempe II says, Blakk Rasta Ken OFORI-ATTA can decide to die in self-exile, but his family must not dare, bring his corrupt corpse in the country. If the government doesn't arrest and prosecute his corpse, we will burn the corpse alive. I think I agree with you. I do agree with you. I hate it when people live all their lives abroad and when they die, they say, oh, bring my body and bury me here. No, this is not a graveyard. No, sir. It's not a graveyard. Yes. Yes. He doesn't want to come here. He says this is hell. Why does he want to be buried in hell when he dies? No, sir. I agree with you, Prem Pede II. Okay? Don Paul says, hi, my brother Blakk. I hope all is well with you by grace. Jason Stratus Achisa. Boy! Okay? Akana Yozura says, hi, Blakk. Bless up. Watching you live from Torino, Italy. Come here. Dash it away. Or say, Prem Pede II says, Blakk Rasta, NPP and NDC are just from fooling the Ghanaian. Oral stand Olie. And not a fly has been arrested yet. John Dramani Mahama told Ghanaians that if he had seized the throne, he will arrest Henry Nana Boakye, not knowing it's a propaganda. Who is Henry Nana Boakye? Okay, we'll find out exactly who he is. Okay, he's an MPP guy, right? Organizer, okay? All right, I hear he's an MPP organizer. You know, I'm not a politician, so I just look at Ghana. So don't be surprised if I don't know some of these people. All right, we'll find out if the president said it, and we'll ask the president why this guy has not been arrested yet, okay? Yeah, man, we'll do that. But I can tell you Oral is working. Wontumi and the rest have been arrested. It's all because of Oral. And, what's the name? Kwabena Edubuayin and the rest are all standing trial. Oral is part of it, okay? Daniel Dake says, fire, yeah. Or say Prempe the second says, Samini is just a guy who killed his music career with politics by endorsing the short, evilous man. Nanado. Well, I don't think Samini's music career is dead. He just took a blow that he dealt it himself. That's my opinion. He's still that artist. I'll go watch him any day. Right now, I think I've been able to wean myself off whatever I harbored inside me when I was so disappointed, you know, that he did whatever he did. But once in a while, we disappoint fans and we disappoint ourselves. Yeah, but it will be sad for Samini to say that he didn't touch his career, you know, and he's not regretting it. That will mean that some of us will still have to go back into our shell. Okay? Yes, it's obvious that the 8 years of Nanado, terrible, especially the part that he even supported, the second cabinet of Nanado, was worse than Satan being in power. Samini is a munafiki. That's Malik Dan Blakk saying that. That means he's being hypocritical. Agbashi Victor says, these are our people. Desmond Yabua says, is this very necessary after all this Blakk and Rasta Ampa? Which one is this? I don't get it. Try and put it in context so we can react to this, okay? Which one? Which one is very necessary? I want to know. Siba Boto says, is there not any business to talk about? Like which one? Let's know what exactly you're talking about. Desmond Yabua says, Elon supported Donald, but still people purchased his car. It's because they needed the car. They are not supporting the man. They are supporting themselves. 2, remember this is not Ghana. We're dealing with Ghana. You get it? Black man would always be black and pa. Well, that's your opinion. All right. So, Ras Okoko says, when did Samini end his music career? No. His music career is still on. He's doing very well. He just released a brand new album. It's called Originate. I have not heard it yet, but I believe it's a very powerful album. I've heard one track from it, video of which he shot in South Africa. I will keep supporting him because I want to believe that my brother took a wrong decision, like President Mahama said, and it is what it is. Malik Dan Blakk says, Rasta. Desmond Yabua says, after all these years, Blakk, Samini decided to do this. Samini, yes. And now get your point. He's trying to say that all these years of struggling and suffering, Samini has suffered and struggled to bring himself there. Why should he throw it all away supporting these evilous people? That's what he's saying. It's a question for the gods. Eric Joy says, Desmond Yabua, he's teaching people like you since you're, I don't know. Okay, more comments coming in. Malik Dan Blakk says Samini is Ras Aita says Samini is a seller Rasta. Are you sure? I don't think so. I don't think so. He just made one bad decision. That's my opinion. I don't think in the next election he will do that. I was surprised he supported Baumia too. Honestly, I was surprised. King BK Eagle Agboada says, Desmond Yabua, you have no single idea what happened to him, and he has to abandon the party and concentrate on his own. So he should come out and tell us he has abandoned the party. The same way he told us he was supporting them, he should come us and tell us he has abandoned them. That's just fair, isn't it? His fans need to know. I'm his fan. Desmond Yabua said, Blakk Rasta, you used to work for Nam1. Does that make you a bad person? How does Nam1 become a politician? Or you are trying to look at it as Samini worked for this person, that person worked for that person, so because of that. My brother, what has Nam1 done wrong? Come and tell me. I haven't seen anything Nam1 has done wrong. Has he been convicted of any crime? What has anybody said Nam1 has done wrong? He's in court. And when I was working with Nam1, he was a legal entity. Legal entity. And again, my brother, for 18 months, I was not paid working for Nam1. I was doing, I don't want to say what I want to say. 18 solid months, no salary. So I was there because of you. I was there to keep you active and strong. Encourage you. I was hungry. 18 months, I wasn't paid. So how does that make me benefit? We said this over there. Just go and Google Blakk Rasta not paid. You will see it in your face. So it was a sacrificial job that we did for the 18 months that he was, going through his legal wranglings and all that. Up to now, he's not been convicted. So what has he done wrong? I don't know. Apart from the salary that I took, what was it? So you tell me, so that if you're able to prove to me that, oh, this was what he did, this was what he did. Oh, you know me. I can return all the salary. I've done it before. All the awards that I won, I returned everything. I took salary at the Nam1 for 4 months. 4 months. It will be easy to return. Easy, very easy. That's if you're able to prove to me that I was working with the devil. Even though I didn't know, I wouldn't want to have the devil's money with me. I'll give it back. Okay? All right, so thank you. Malik Danlak says, speaking truth to power. Blakk Muhammad Awal Usman says, I'm not commenting today, but just to say good evening to the Blackpot family, live from Germany. We love you, Muhammad Awal Usman. Queen Felicia, this is the first time we've seen Felicia here. How are you doing? Good evening, Blakk Rasta. Good evening, Queen. We're happy to have you. Siba Boto says, frustration is moving in the veins. Which veins? Please let us know. Okay? More comments coming in. Send them via YouTube. Let them also come via Facebook. All right? Ose Prempe II says, Chasni Ama Mensa killed Samini's career and the short evil man buried him. Who cares about that? Son, please. Pull down the harshness. Yeah? Cool down, cool down, cool down. I beg you, cool down, cool down, cool down. Okay? Cool down. Samini's career is not dead. And I do understand that, yes, he had a banter with Shatawale and all that. You know, I think it was just one bad decision. And he's an artist. He knows his work. And I know that I'll leave it here. He knows what to do. Down below, Akpalu says, Blakk, let the truth flow. Malik Danlak says, Woyo, more fire. I'm not. Patrick OFORI says, ha, 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 ha. He's laughing like a criminal. Yao Enki says, hey, Blakk Rasta. That's what he says. I don't know what he's surprised at. Yao Enki, what are you surprised at? Okay, more comments coming in. All right, and we have Arrogant Oliver. Says, what exactly has Nanado done to Blakk Rasta apart from collapsing Nam1 business? Hey, Botsu. Kena. We still remember a million things that we can mention right now. Collapsed the economy. Gave people dirty haircuts. The nation came to a halt under him. They brought in the IMF here. His vice president was on a lying spree, promising the people of Cape Coast he would do this, and he went there and told them, no, it's not true. We remember all that. We remember, Cecilia, the past millions under the bed. We haven't forgotten. We remember Chairman Wontumi destroying. Look, I can mention a trillion. Trillion. Ras Okokofi Sudbun says, watch this. Hasia Alasan says, Black Rasta is always on point. And that makes this platform very powerful and credible. Black, the truth. The love is too much. Live from Germany. Thank you, Hasia. We love you, Hasia. We love you. Okay? Neo Odatemil says, Nasi is very stubborn. He makes music from President Mahama, and he has clearly taken sides, but yet everyone loves him. It's not true. That's not true. Neo Odatemil. He told me personally how people fought him and how he suffered when Mahama was not in power because he made music for Mahama. How can everybody love Nasi when he was singing for Mahama and not the NPP, and NPP was in power? No. Now Mahama is in power. He might have a field day, enjoy a few things, but this is when we say enjoy while it lasts. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Bedau Adam says, I will always listen to you for your credibility. Oh, Bedau, you know I love you. Oh my God. Where do you live? Let me come with a bouquet of flowers and some ice cream for you one of these days, okay? James Akate says, Black Rasta, I love your remarks. This is a president that thinks about the people. Hey, how can a president, Mahama, say, I want to win elections, and I know Shatawale can let me win with the people that follow him. Samini can let me win. This other guy can let me win. Yet I will not bring them. He rather went for an underground artist in Tamale. Even that, he didn't know the guy was coming on stage. That's a president who is selfless. When Nana Addo was busily signing artists to come and sing for him, and his uncouth bodyguard slapping artists who have endorsed him. An artist like Samini, great legendary artist, it's a blessing for Nana Addo to even hold Samini's hand. It is a blessing. Yet Samini held Nana Addo's hand, and bodyguards came to slap his hand in public. What a disgrace. It hurt me that day. In fact, I didn't want to say this. I shed a tear. This is my artist. I love Samini, and he knows that. We are working on a collaboration, you know. But it delayed because I was still thinking. The guy has taken sides. He's become political. Much as I love his art, what are the other people saying and thinking? Anyway, we'll deal with the arts first. The rest of it can take care of itself, okay? Only a few politicians like President Mahama will not take advantage of situations that will profit them but hurt others. Oh gosh. Ose Pepe the second said, Black Rasta, what song, dear? That song, dear, is very nice. Yes, it's a beautiful song. My own, right? I don't like Samini. Hey, you don't like his music, or you don't like him. I don't like Samini, but that song can run your fair lady crazy. I like that. Yes, but I don't like the term Mibibini Bruni as a Pan-Africanist. Mimpebieti. Or ye bibini or ye bibini. Or ye Bruni or ye Bruni. Akosia Bruni. I think there's somebody like that, right? There's somebody called Akosia Bruni. Matisa didn't know that. You know those names. Akosia Bruni because of Koko. Oh, mi Bruni, Akosia Bruni, Sewa Bruni, Mansa Bruni. Eh, mi Biden who offet se Bruni. Who no beka so Bruni who offet. Wa jini yare. We yare. Tie. Mi banu de who offet se Bruni. Wa jini no. Es achi yare wa jini. Es yare achi wa jini. Hey, me bano. Hey, we have to grow beyond that foolishness. Oh, this my daughter. She's so beautiful. She looks like a white woman. Jesus. In these times, and we Rasta people, Pan-African, are those who are supposed to be preaching this. So when you find that in our music, we are like, what the heck is happening? Okay? Mi bibi ni bro ni mecha utoli. Mecha toli. Min toli. Man, oh man. Okay? Okay? Me as a Pan-Africanist, I can double in that. Jason Swap says, as a musician of his stature, he should have been more mindful about endorsing something so polarizing. His influence is massive, and instead of using his audience through music, uniting his audience through music, the endorsement ended up creating division amongst his fans. You see, why sometimes it's difficult to forgive Samini is that he knew what he was doing. He said this thing would divide the fans. Yet he still went ahead to do it. That means he changed his mind because he saw some other people who were doing it and still. Okay? John Frank Atta says, you think collapsing another's business isn't evil enough? Another's business. Which one is that? Which one? I'm trying to see where that comment is coming from. We'll try to see it, okay? Omar J says, yes, Uncle Tewia. You remember that song? Uncle Tewia. By, Lucky Mensa. You remember that song? Okay? That was a song he made to counter Atta Mills, who didn't give him anything for supporting him in the election. That means it was contractual. It was something that was purely contractual. Okay? Charlotte Agbeka says, hello, Blakk. Charles, Annie, Alfred is smiling. Rudolph Basigiyem says, voice of the patriot. Raskaba says, assalamu alaikum, my big brother, Professor Blakk Rasta himself. More respect to you. And I pray that the Almighty Allah keeps on blessing you. Inshallah. Wade Adams says, greetings, Blakk Rasta, prophet of patriotism and love for the country Ghana, the African continent, and the entire world. Much love from Cologne, Germany. Thank you so much, Wade Adams. Daniel Nana Kofinsia says, Blakk is black, nothing but the truth. Love you, my Rasta, straight from Germany. Love, Daniel. We love you. Raskaba says, the Black Pot with Professor Blakk Rasta himself, more fire. Kweku John says, come here, Blakk. Solomon Ajete says, fire, yabu, 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 fire. All over the place, okay? More comments via Facebook. Let them also come via YouTube. Sweet Papito says, Amaraba Rasta suddenly speak truth to power. Hey, come here. Why? You think say you did wise, moo man. Come here. Emmanuel Ania says, Blakk, you look dapper tonight. More fire. Thank you. Krakatoa says, no musician can be compared to the Almighty God. Okay. Maybe I don't know how to explain it. Maybe the literature in my head is making me go crazy. So when a woman calls the husband, Miura, you see that thing, like my owner. It's almost like a comparison to God, isn't it? Oh, Miura, we are menyame. And just say me sumu, una wudi mi be call heaven. And I said, you know, there's I don't know if you're trying to get that kind of comparison. You are not God, but you have that attribute where you are supposed to guide people. Now, when two people are fighting and you take a side, how would the other one listen to you? That's how the musician is supposed to be. Okay? So that's the point I was trying to make. Okay? Krakatoa. And then Philip Baini says, Kukushodamo. Abudu Mustafa says, hi, good afternoon, Blakk Rasta. Kaba says, my big brother, Blakk Rasta. Before, I really liked Samini. But from the day he joined the NPP up to now, I don't have any respect or listen to anything about him again. Well, a few people have said so. But he will gain back your love. Kakra, kakra. If we do this to our artists, we will learn the hard way. There was an election where, you know, John Mahama was using Barack Obama because at the time he was called the Barack Obama of Ghana. Do you remember Barack Obama? I stopped them. I told them that it wasn't made for them. It was made for Barack Obama in America. Do you remember? Go back online and just search Barack Obama, Blakk Rasta stops NBC from using Barack Obama. And you will see it clearly. So the track record is there. I wouldn't moralize it over, anybody, but the record is there. Okay? We didn't start today. Nchate. Okay. So, but, keep loving Samini. He's a great musician. Emmanuel Ania says, Blakk, you are 100% right with your Samini submission. Alasan Tairo says, Samini is funny. If he wants to do music, he should do music. Or if he wants to do politics, he should do politics. He should not mix the two, else his career will fail. Your fans will even turn into your enemies. Well, in his opinion, then those fans are not lovers of his music, which I disagree with. I can love you, but you can do one thing that will let me move away from you. That's why we have divorce. It's possible. How many of us have been friends with people and we are no longer friends because something happened? Does it mean we were never friends in the first place? No. Even God was with Satan. Satan was God's best friend until a disagreement came and separated them. Does it mean they were never friends? Alimi Yao Adam says Blakk Rasta. All right, more comments. All right, we'll take 2 more comments and we are done for the day. Okay, Alimi Yao Adam says Blakk Rasta, and then Anthony Goka says all is money, 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 money. Rap Thunder says welcome legendary Blakk, and then Emily Nola says very. I listened to Nasir's interviews and he said President Mahama didn't agree with him to make a song for him, but he insisted that he will because Mahama helped him. I listened to that interview too. Did you hear that? Mahama said, don't make a song for me. There was a song that I made in the years about Obama, a dance song, and the title was Where Obama Day, on my Timbuktu by Road album, Where Obama Day. Where Obama Day, where Obama Day, I wanna know, where Obama Day, But it was sounding like, where Mama Day, where Mama Day, it's music, so it came there. There were some people who wanted that to be used for Mahama. And they came to pay money, and my team knows. We sat in the meeting. I told them no. One of my friends from that time decided not to be my friend. They said, Rasta, you know yourself. When we left the meeting, he went away and left me. From that time till now, how can you see millions? I remember when we had that meeting. When I came home and told the story, even in my own house, they served me with bad food for 2 weeks. You see me here that my name is Sikape. Yes, Kabiari uncle. Okay? All right. Thank you, Emily Nola, for that beautiful one. Aniado Nani says, hello, Blakk Rasta, more fire. Aisha Ibrahim says, Samini has failed himself already. Vinci says, I like your custom, Blakk Rasta. Thank you. Kobikwe says, it all boils down to the mental enslavement many Africans were subjected to over the years and are still refusing to wake up. Anyway, a musician sings with me brony, etc., etc. Anyway, why would a musician sing with me brony? It's mentally myopic. I agree with you. Me brony. High life music used to have a lot of that. And I remember in those days, when the consciousness started seriously, people were talking against it. And in modern times, me brony, bini brony. Hey, Ameto Michael said the title is my own. Yes. Beautiful music. But I cannot play it unless it is edited. Okay? Anthony Goka says, Blakk, more fire. We love it here. Okay? Pa Mensa says, good afternoon, my mentor, Blakk Rasta. My name is Tampico, watching you live from Chicago in the United States. I can't go a day without listening to you. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you so much, Pa Mensa. Oh, I love you. Thank you. And please recommend us to many more people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't us yet. Because of you, we have gone international. People like you. Okay? Yeah. Nana Balfour says, Blakk, I really love Samini. Oh, he says, Blakk really loves Samini. He can't even fire him properly. No. I have too much love in my heart. And I love him. I love Samini. There's no way. He's my little brother, born in 1981 and I was born in 74. So in the house, I can call him and knock his head and say, hey, don't do that again. But it's all about Ghana. The truth is the truth. Okay? I love him. He knows I love him. Same way I love Shatawale. But sometimes we clash. And some people don't understand it. They think that, it's either hatred or envy or wickedness or hate. Something. Whatever it is, we know what it is. And at the right time, we sort ourselves up, then we fight again, sort ourselves out. We'll continue to do this because we are people operating in different wavelengths. Okay? Yes. Okay? Last slide and we are out. Okay? More comments? All right? Send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. Joseph Pandipamang says, Blakk, please, good evening. Please, I tried reaching you people, but it wasn't connecting. I want to talk to you. Oh, our number is there. Please call. It's going to go through. Yeah, if you call and it doesn't go through, depending on what network you are calling, if it's WhatsApp, maybe network issue. But if you call direct, you should be able to get us. WhatsApp, even you should get us. Or just leave a message. We would always call you back. Okay? Ronald Lawson says, yes, Ronald Lawson is official now. With this advert, our class is international. Blakk Rasta salutes. Nasara Buguri says, Mbabum Jani shall live. Ghana wins. Mbabum Jani, the father of fire. Mbabum Jani, there's fire. Agovo Wisdom says, Master, you are on heat. Please, easy. Robert Anaba says the OSP is not competent, only grammar. Joseph Nyamiche says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. Okay? Right? And at this point, I want to say thank you. I want to say I appreciate you. I love you. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. Maybe you have a message to deliver to us. We are ever ready. We love you. We appreciate you. It's been the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kuku Show them all. And here we speak truth to power. We catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Until then, God bless you. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!